We were hit with torrential rain last week, Thursday, and then slowly backed off. That slowly dried out over the weekend. Enjoyed a balmy Monday out there. And now we're at Tuesday, and we're right back in the thick of it again. Active weather fired up overnight as expected. We've got extensive low cloud cover and rain. Primarily rain, although every once in a while you'll see some occasional lightning flashes there. We've had rumbles of thunder mixed in. Widespread rain into eastern Kentucky. A little bit in the way of some breaks in the action here, but additional development back over western Kentucky as well. So it is a waterlogged Tuesday morning commute for you. And as well, we've got additional development, some showers, thunder showers out into western Kentucky. So the map in motion gives you a better idea where all this is headed. I think a lot of this is going to lift up along the Ohio River, but there is some down towards Nashville that'll work its way into the picture. And if we go even farther west, there was and still is a tornado watch issued overnight. That runs from Little Rock up through Memphis and right into western Kentucky. So they are under tornado watch this morning. We will see a better chance for strong to borderline severe storms later on today as low pressure and this cold front make a run at the Ohio Valley. So that slight risk for severe storms, the same spot it was in yesterday. It clips our western counties at around E-Town and Campbellsville. And then we've got this marginal risk from Cincy through the Bluegrass down to Somerset. No threat over eastern Kentucky, more of a heavy rain threat than a severe storm threat. But everybody's in for the potential for gusty wind, and the future track shows a thin line of gusty showers and thunder showers setting up by late morning and then making a run at us from out west. We may end up with a couple of lines of storms blowing through out ahead of this approaching cold front. Damaging wind gusts will be our primary concern. It'll transition more to a heavy rain threat in eastern Kentucky. You notice getting a little more diffuse there and more widespread. Losing some of its oomph as it drops into our eastern counties, and then the colder air coming in behind it. And then there's the next wave that I've been talking about since last week. Round number 2 or 3, depending on how you look at it, if you want to break it down into individual rounds with each wave. But there's another wave coming in, this one colder, so we could have some mixed precipitation at the onset and then cold at times, heavy rain throughout the day Thursday, and then some mixed precipitation on the back end of this Thursday night into Friday morning as that low pulls out of here. So we've got quite the active week ahead. We've had anywhere between a quarter of an inch to now, look at that, 7/10 of an inch of rain in Richmond, Boonville, down through Barberville via the Kentucky Mesonet. Some folks approaching an inch already. So the flood watch in effect for good reason, because we could add another few inches to that and end up with a localized flooding, especially with that wave that comes through this afternoon and this evening. On top of everything else, we got to deal with the wind. It's straight out of the south, sustained 10, 15 miles per hour. We've had gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour this morning. The wind gust will peak right ahead of the front. Non-thunderstorm related, just general gusts over 40 miles per hour. And then that frontal boundary and the storms blow through and the wind goes with it by later on this afternoon into this evening. So yeah, an active Tuesday on the way for sure. Still a very warm one, though. We're in the mid-50s. We're heading for highs in the mid-60s. Our record high in Lexington today, 70 degrees. Strong storms, gusty wind, heavy rain, a lot of that getting cranked up by mid to late afternoon into this evening in our southeastern counties, and then winding down overnight. The chill settles in as we dry out Wednesday. We're only in the upper 40s, so we're back to around our average high for this time of the year. Mainly rain Thursday, but as we discussed, that possibility of some mixed precipitation at the onset and then again as it wraps up early Friday morning, and that cold lingers into the weekend. Yes, those are highs in the 30s.